This is Michael McCain, and you're watching the Dare to Dream Network.
Hey you guys, just sitting at the gazebo, trying to get some shade. It's a little hot out here, not as hot as it normally is or usually would be, but I've done a lot of meditating and thinking today. Also, by the way, I'm blogging from my phone, so if it's not what it usually would be through my video on Google, I'm apologizing in advance for that. The noise, the hustle, the bustle of the street, and all of that. So, fair warning, forewarning. I'm doing this video because I've been meditating a lot on my personal goals, where I want to be in my life as a coach, as a speaker, as a philanthropist, so many things. Most of them involving speaking, community, social networking, social working. I've been meditating heavily on that the past few days. I think partially my trip to Vegas for my birthday had a lot to do with that. It seems as though each time that I go away on a trip, I always come back with these thoughts, deep thoughts and deep meditations concerning life, concerning goals, concerning spiritual things and natural things, and I have a tendency of meditating and just thinking about what really matters to me, thinking about where I want to be, and that's where I have been. 38,000 feet up in the air, thinking about, okay, what's my next move? Where do I want to be? Am I achieving my goals? Am I reaching where I want to be in life? And partially, I can say I have 50% touched it. Now, it's time for me to go that extra mile and do more and press more and just be more of the person that I am, more of the person that others, I don't want to say expect me to be, but just do more. I honestly can say over the past year or more, just meditating on life and meditating on goals and different personal realities, I can honestly say I don't really feel like people put forth enough of themselves, enough of anything. And any entrepreneur, anybody that's in business, that do whatever it is that they do for their personal gain or their personal income, will be able to tell you it is so true. So my thing is stepping the game up. I can see where, as being a perfectionist and being someone who really wants quality and certain prestige to come with my work and so forth, I can see where I hold myself back a lot, where I'm being an actual hindrance to myself. So in some areas, it's going to be a matter of learning how to let go and allow life and circumstances to just take its course and participate, in the sense that there are things that I'm forfeiting by delaying and so forth and so on. So it's time to break out of that. I'm sorry, you guys. I get ate up every time I come over here. But that's where I'm at. Meditating on those things. Learning to become a better person. Striving for my success. Striving for my goals. Reaching for opportunities. And in the next portion of this clip, because I'm going to get up. I got to get the hell up and walk because these bugs are tearing me up, rather. So in my next clip, I'm going to talk to you about a personal goal that is very meaningful to me that I must reach, whether if it's this year, the ending of this year, or coming into next year.
You're watching The Lifeline TV. I'm LaShawn Daniel, and today we're going to take some time to review a book that was written by a brother by the name of McCain. And this book was submitted to us a few weeks ago, and the title of it is Life Editing. And I believe it's a message that I believe a lot of us can relate to when you're trying to get rid of some hindrances and roadblocks, some toxic relationships and different things of that nature that all seem to boggle us down. And you have to take some time to go in your life, and sometimes I say, you have to L7, you got to delete some stuff, and you got to get rid of some things. And so this book is definitely something I believe you can benefit from. So I'm going to be joined later by author Martina Young, who's going to be sharing her thoughts this week.
I wanted to share with you a few things that I received from the book Life Editing. First of all, one of the things that grabbed me immediately was the subtitle, Taking Out the Trash. And that is what this book is about, examining our lives, editing out what does not need to be there, putting out the trash. Because far too often there are things that we're carrying in our lives, things that we're packing that are of no use anymore in our life. And so this book takes us on a journey to examine ourselves, examine our emotion, examine our relationships and different things in our lives that we may still be holding on to that need to be edited out of our life. And so I would encourage you to take the book and walk along the path that McCain is trying to lead us on through this book. Many of us sometimes are hindered by relationships, by careers, by different things in our lives that we continue to hold on and God is asking us to release. So Life Editing is a book that will change the direction of your life if you would take the time to allow God to minister to you through the words found in the book. The chapter entitled Self-Sabotage, it opens with this question, and it says, who needs enemies when you have yourself? And sometimes we do not stop to realize that often we are our biggest hindrances. And in that chapter he talked about how often we are our own greatest stumbling block, and that we need to stop and examine what's going on in our own minds and our own lives to stop our progress. Stop blaming everybody else and stop and look at yourself to see, is there something within me that I need to change? For example, he talked about how our thinking can be a hindrance to us going forward. And instead of going around thinking lowly of ourselves or thinking that we can't accomplish this and the other, if greatness is what we desire, then greatness is what we should set our minds on. So it's time to cut out the self-sabotage, get on the road of life editing, trash out and move on, because God has great things in store for each and every one of us.
Alright, you guys, this is my continuation video. I'm really hoping that you guys can hear me good, because I'm not doing this over and I'm not sure what the heck was biting me. It's not the usual mosquito bite or whatever, but I probably made the perfect snack, and that's why they were all over me. But nonetheless, I told you guys I would share with you what my goal is. I have a personal goal because I believe every speaker, every author, every business entrepreneur has them, and I'm no different. And I think one of my goals, not because it's the popular thing to do, but because it seems like it's the right thing to do. It seems like it's the signature for an author or a speaker when they have arrived or made it, to speak for TEDx. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of TEDx, but TEDx is a wonderful, wonderful company that provides a lot of inspirational, educational content with speakers such as myself and authors and entrepreneurs and scientists and doctors and lawyers and psychologists and so forth. So it's like speaking for TEDx is like that moment. It's like the phone call from Bishop Jakes or the phone call from Oprah. And so I feel like speaking for TEDx would be a signature for me. It would be a hallmark moment, and that's my goal. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. TEDx also has events sponsored at colleges, and also state by state and stuff like that, country by country. So I would say in a nutshell, who knows the real opportunity that speaking for TEDx could open up for me. And that's my reality, and that's the goal, is to make it to TEDx. So this video marks the day that I made it my goal, and I'm pursuing it. So wish me well, support and check out my work. All right, you guys. Peace.